Oh yeah, dude. Yesterday's workout was pretty good. I got the haircut. We got the haircut done, right? Obviously, got the new. We faded out. We cleaned up. I didn't go as extreme as I was hoping. Oh, not hoping for. I was so sick of my hair. I was like, can I just fucking obliterate it and get rid of it all? But I paced myself after like they took all this. Just got rid of that. That fucking trash fucking shit in the back of my neck. I was like, okay, let me think it through because I was realizing that as my hair was getting longer, I like the way that it falls to the side and not dead flat. Like I always just flatten the top. Because the thing is that when I do that, you never go full buzz. No, I don't. I'm very close to it always, but I don't think I can pull it off. If I'm to go full buzz cut and all that kind of shit, it would have to be, I would have to, what do you call it? Be like, I think I need to lose like 20 kilos to pull that off. I have to be like, really, really like low body fat. I find that the heavier I am, the bit more hair that I have to compensate. It's like a compensation game. What does that have to do with it? It's just more about proportionality. I find that, let's say, how do you have a diagram? If you're standing right, and you're like this shaped, right? You don't want this. You don't want to look like a big Dorito, right? So like you got like your body's like this wide. Let's say from here to there is your body, and then you got like a shaven head. You look like a big fucking spear-headed Dorito, right? But if you have a bit of hair, it kind of equals out, so the shape kind of stays the same. But if you shave your hair, it's like that. But if you have big hair, then you got a big body. It's like it's almost proportional. Exactly, koi flow. You don't want to look like that. Is that what you want to look like? I don't think so. But if you're like, oh, hey, you did that, and I'm gonna agree with you. But that's the whole point. That's what makes it so horrifying, is that when you have that, nothing on top to balance what's underneath. It's a mess. And I've always found that, like, even with, let's say, a fat guy, stout guy with a big beard, it almost feels balanced. It's like Santa Claus, man. Big fat cunt, big beard, and you don't feel any different about it. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It almost makes sense. But if you see some like scrawny, super scrawny, skinny guy that's like emaciated with a big beard, you're like, oh, is he homeless or a Vietnam vet that got forgotten by his own country? I just can't, like, you start worrying. It's like, oh, what's the problem? But if you're like a big, like fat guy and you got a big beard, everyone's like, oh, he must be nice to cuddle. Like he must be a good hugger, right? but once you go the other way around, it causes, some dissonance, mental dissonance. I'm an FGC vet. Thank you for your service. Battlecat Bunker, thank you for your service. That's that big L. So retired from the FGC, exactly. Wow, okay. Yeah, you see, like Aris. If Aris has the beard, it's fine. Imagine if Aris shaved his head and his beard, and he turned up. How would you feel? Think about it. How would you feel? It's like, if one day Aris turned up, and he had shaved all his hair and shaved his beard, I'm telling you, all the people in chat, all the colored names, the whole rainbow name, would be like crying, like those videos of like their dads that like shave their beards off and they have like a 1-year-old baby and the baby's never seen their dad without a beard, and then they like the dad goes to pick them up and like hold them and the baby's like pushing them away and they're crying and they don't know why. It's like, it looks like dad but it's not dad. What the fuck's going on? That's what would happen. It'll be insane. It's not, you don't want that. But yeah, that's old Aris though. He looked okay. Yeah. In the with the handlebar mustache, that was pretty based. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that egg. Yeah, like a Mizkif egg, pretty much. But yeah, the having, I find that when I'm always a little bit overweight, I let the beard grow to just like balance it out. And the more I lose weight, I find myself wanting to shorten it more and more. And same goes with my hair. So this time I was like, okay, I want to experiment with like leaving it on top a bit, but letting it be just a bit long enough where it naturally weighs itself to one side. and then just tidy out the sides and just keep it like that. The only downside to this cut is that it's not as long lasting as going shorter, because you kind of future proof for it, let's say an extra 2 weeks by making it even shorter. But I was like, let me just do that, and like, let me just try see what that's like. So it's got all that flipperino action going on. And this time, instead of putting like that pomade kind of product that I normally put, this time I went yesterday and bought a just to try it out, because I always knew about it but never actually tried it. It's trying what's it called, sea salt spray, right? So I went and bought one. I thought it would just be like this normal sea salt spray, but it actually has like oils and stuff in it, which makes sense. I went and bought an oil separately to just like help balance it out, because with sea salt water, it's basically it's like artificially drying your hair out, so it has a bit of volume and it holds up. It's like when you go to the beach, you dry out and your hair's like wired, or just a lighter version of that because it's more controlled. But this one that I got, like I sprayed it on and I was like, fuck, this shit's oily, because I looked at the back of it and I was like, it's got oils in it. Of course, makes sense. It's a smooth outline. Yeah, it's subtle but clean. It's subtle but clean. But yeah, it's good. And yeah, having a haircut is really good to just do once in a while. It's you kind of forget about it until you do it, and it's like, oh man, fuck, it's so much more like a brain. It's like a brain massage almost. Like you feel a bit better going out in public, and you just know that you don't look like a fucking crazy person. But it's alright. It's good, because the only thing is I go out just to go to the gym and the supermarket. That's pretty much it. But if I'm to go out to the supermarket or the gym, I don't want to look crazy. So yeah, it's working.